ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delit Zahaya, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. But first, let us catch up with the major headlines. Message of congratulations. Eid al-Adha celebrated nationwide. Russia warns all foreign citizens to leave Kyiv. And US plans to slash NATO contributions. Proceeding with our reports. The chairman of Presidential Leadership Council of Yemen, Dr. Rashad Mohammed Al-Alimi, President Shavkat Mirziyoyev of Uzbekistan, and President Daniel Ortega Savreda of Republic of Nicaragua have sent messages of congratulations to the people and government of Eritrea on the occasion of 35th Independence Day anniversary. In their message sent on behalf of their respective countries and themselves, the leaders conveyed their best wishes for good health to President Isaias Afwerki, as well as peace and prosperity to the Eritrean people. They also expressed their country's readiness to enhance mutual relations with Eritrea. President Daniel Ortega said that this day holds profound historical significance for the courage, resilience, and steadfast determination of the Eritrean people. He also reiterated this country's willingness to continue strengthening the historical bond of solidarity, friendship, cooperation, and mutual respect that unite the two people and the government. Eid al-Adha 1447 Hijri was colorfully celebrated nationwide yesterday, 27th May. The celebratory event held at Bahti Maskaram Square was attended by senior government and PFDJ officials, ambassadors, members of the diplomatic corps, as well as number of faithful. Salat prayers was conducted and led by Sheikh Salim Ibrahim Al-Mukhtar, Mufti of Eritrea. Sheikh Salim delivered a sermon focusing on the religious significance of Eid al-Adha, highlighting its core value of social empathy and compassion. He also said that Eid al-Adha is being celebrated at a time where the Eritrean people have ensured their peace and security as a country and people, which is a reward for their heavy sacrifice paid by the martyrs. Noting that those who understand the essence of peace are those who recognize the bitterness of war and its consequences, Sheikh Salim Ibrahim Al-Mukhtar wishes peace and stability to all victims of war and its consequences. He also extended heartfelt Eid al-Adha greetings to the Eritrean people inside the country and abroad in general, to their faithful in particular, as well as to the Eritrean Defense Forces. Nationals in South Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, and the US and the Russian Federation have enthusiastically celebrated 35th Independence Day anniversary under the theme Our Resilience, Our Guarantee. Nationals in South African cities of Johannesburg, Durban, and Roodsburg celebrated 35th Independence Day anniversary on 23rd May, featuring various programs depicting their attachment to their country, culture, and history. They also expressed their conviction to strengthen their participation in the national affairs. At the celebratory event in Johannesburg, Mr. Dawit Yigzau, head of the administration and finance at the Eritrean embassy, said that the Independence Day anniversary is being celebrated at a time where Eritrea is standing firm in ensuring its sovereignty and unity. He also congratulated the Eritrean people and the government, as well as the Eritrean Defense Forces. At the celebratory event in the other cities, chairperson of the Eritrean communities delivered a message focusing on the deep meaning of independence for the Eritrean people. Likewise, nationals in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire celebrated Independence Day anniversary with programs depicting their unity and harmony, as well as the respect they have for their martyrs. They also expressed readiness to live up to the expectation of the martyrs. In the same vein, nationals residing in Moscow celebrated Independence Day anniversary on 24th May, featuring various programs. The event was attended by Mr. Petros Tsagay, Eritrea's ambassador to the Russian Federation, staff members of the Eritrean embassy, as well as Eritrean youth pursuing their higher education in the country. Speaking at the event, Ambassador Petros noting the heavy sacrifice the Eritrean people paid for their independence and called for strengthening participation and contribution and the national development programs. Straight ahead is our international news after a short break. Welcome back. Russia has urged foreigners to leave the Ukrainian capital and warned residents to stay away from military and industrial and government sites. Ukraine's deadly attack on the college dorm in Russian town of Starobelsk last week was the last straw of Russia, and it will be conducted systematic strikes on a sort targeting across the Ukrainian capital from now on, the foreign ministry said in Moscow. The ministry made the statement on Monday, a day after a large-scale retaliatory strike on Ukraine prompted by the drone attack on the college in the Langsang People's Republic. The Ukrainian strike killed at least 21 people in their dormitory, and mainly teenage girls. The designated targets are spread all over Kyiv, the ministry noted, urging foreign nationals, including diplomats and representatives of international organizations, to leave the Ukrainian capital immediately. It also warned the city's residents to stay away from the military and administrative infrastructure facilities. The foreign ministry issued a similar warning earlier this month when Russia threatened to large-scale strike on Kyiv in response with the threats to attack the Victory Day celebration in Moscow. An evacuation notice was formally sent to all foreign missions and international organizations accredited in Russia, urging them to leave the Ukrainian capital. On our last report, the US has told NATO's European members that it will reduce its military contribution to the bloc as Washington's military planners set their sight on China, Der Spiegel reported on Tuesday. Delivered by senior Pentagon advisor Alexander Veles-Green at a confidential NATO meeting in Russia last week, the message from Washington marks the latest step into the US President Donald Trump's slow disengagement from Europe. According to Der Spiegel, Veles-Green told NATO members that the US would drastically reduce the commitment to the NATO force model, the contingent of the troops and equipment that the bloc can deploy on a short notice. The US will cut the number of fighter jets available to NATO by a third and significantly reduce the number of strategic bombers and warships, the newspaper reported. NATO will also receive no American submarines and drones, leaving its European members to provide this hardware themselves, Veles-Green reportedly said. It is unclear how many, if any, US troops will be pulled from the NATO forces model. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Message of congratulation. Eid al-Adha celebrated nationwide. Russia warns all foreign citizens to leave Kyiv. And US plans to slash NATO contributions. And that was the news from ERi-TV studios. This has been the Litzahar reporting. Thanks for watching and have a good night.